Hello, beautiful friends, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal Lee Cotton, and today we are doing a little self-care vlog in which I'm going to do a few self-care things. I am going to go ahead and start with a hair mask and white strips, and then I'm going to probably wash my hair, and then we'll see what happens. All right, so that being said, let's go ahead and get to oil. I've already started oiling my hair, and then I was like, I think this would be a cute little vlog to go up on Friday. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is, now that I have it all over my hands, my homemade hair oil. It is coconut oil base with, and I steeped rosemary, peppermint, and ginger in it. Actually, I was trying to think of what that third thing was. And like from my garden, rosemary and peppermint, and then obviously I'm not growing ginger, so that was from the store. But it really truly had made like such a big difference in my hair softness and like tameability after the first use, and I've not used it again because I don't want to over oil my hair and have it like fall out or anything crazy like that. But it was about 2 weeks ago that I did it the first time, so I figured every 2 weeks or so I could go in, do a nice scalp massage, and oil my ends really well, and maybe see some good benefits from that, and I'll keep you updated. Let me see if I can show you where my hair is at now. It's like just at like the lower quarter of my rib cage maybe. Just for some background on my hair, actually, I was a big fan of the bleach and low light for a long time, and I did that a couple of different ways. I did the half on bottom with the brown and then highlights on top, and then I also had done various other placements of color for probably about 13 years old until 20. And I stopped coloring my hair at 20, except for when I did money pieces after my son was born, because I was having a crisis and I needed to do something and I didn't want to cut my hair. And the reason I didn't want to cut my hair is because I fried it so bad the first time that basically, and also another like identity crisis, I guess. I turned 19 and I decided I wanted to get basically a pixie. It was like a boy cut where it was super short, like, so this was like kind of long, like not really. I'll insert a picture if I find one that I don't absolutely hate. I don't think I will, because I hated it so bad. It was so short and it made me feel like such a boy, and it didn't help that at the time I was dating someone who called me very wonderful names concerning my hair, because when we had met like the first time, I had really long hair. Not really long hair, but not as long as it is now, but it was probably like here, right? Cute, long. And then I basically shaved my head, and he was like, "You look like a boy." And I was like, okay. And that was awesome. Okay. But then I started growing it out, and then I actually started highlighting it and lowlighting it again because I had no self-control. I'm just pulling it up into like a twist and then clipping it with this little baby clip. And I'm going to put some castor oil on my face and in my like hairline and stuff, because I've got baby hairs coming in, and I might actually rub some like in my scalp and on the base of my hairline. So I started growing my hair out. Obviously not right after I did the shortcut, because I actually was in beauty school right after I did the shortcut, and then they wanted a model basically for a razor cut, and so I volunteered and I 3'd this down, and that was rough. Growing that one out was so rough. And then I had a really good stylist when I moved to Texas, in the place I was living at first, and we worked really hard to get it like bob length, and then I started graying at about 20, and that was when I was like, okay, I'm not gonna color it anymore. And I spent the next 2 or 3 years growing it out and chopping the bleach and stuff off. And then by the time I had my son, it was like 100% virgin hair. And then I had a really good hairstylist there too, where I had my son. And she was so good. She kept giving me the exact haircut I wanted, and every time I would come in, I would basically ask for the exact same thing. And I'd be like, here's a long Rachel, basically. And she's like, that's what your hair is doing. And I'm like, okay, well, let's keep the trend. You're doing so good. And so we did that, and we did some money pieces. And then I quit doing the money pieces, and they finally grew out. And I didn't cut my hair from the time my son was born up until 3 weeks ago-ish. And so I trimmed about 2 or 3 inches off about 3 weeks ago, and now I'm like hoping to get another 6 months ish. Maybe I'll go every 6 months in between trims now that I've got it like where I want it. And like I kind of messed up my bangs, and I'm not super happy with those, but I'm just gonna let them grow out. I'm not even gonna try to do anything else with them. But yeah, that's my hair journey. Let's get these white strips on. These are the H-E-B brand because duh. Everything is better there. And that includes the price of white strips. It was like $9 or $10 versus $24. And they're working, so I'm working late because I'm a singer. Okay, top is on. Bottom is on. And I'm gonna put on some lip balm, and then I'm gonna wash my hair, and then I'll be right back. Let me see what lip balm I'm going to use. Okay, got 2 options in my top drawer that are just perfectly available to me, and I think I'm going to use the Summer Fridays birthday cake because it's not my birthday, but it will be eventually. In October. The end. My birthday's October 29th, if anybody just wants to commit that to memory. Okay, we've got some sparkle. I will be back. Love you, see you in a minute. Hello again. We are freshly washed. The only steps you missed, I can actually show you, are the clarifying conditioner. This is Suave Essentials Daily Clarifying Shampoo, not conditioner. This was a YouTube recommendation from Mrs. Midwest, and I feel like it was a good recommendation because she and I have very similar hair types as far as like color, thickness, etc. So this is the first step. And then she didn't recommend this, but she recommended the conditioner, and I accidentally bought 2 shampoos the first time because I'm a dingus. So I have the Herbal Essences Hello Hydration Shampoo, And then that's step 2. And then step 3 is a double. It's the Herbal Essences Coconut Water Conditioner. And then I put 5 drops of this Botana oil in it. So I let that sit, I comb it through, and then I rinse. And then face wash. Youth to the People Kale Green Tea Spinach Vitamins Superfood Cleanser. Best face wash ever. Listen. Hypothetically speaking, perfect world, the skincare brand that I would like be stoked about sponsoring me, because I genuinely use and love a lot of their products. Youth to the People. I use, hold on, their body wash, right? The Superfood Niacinamide Body Cleanser. This is the Elevated Self. This smells so good. And my husband uses this sometimes too. I have used both of their cleansers, so let me just grab the empties from under here. This is just me kissing Youth to the People's butt unashamedly. This is like the 4th or 5th bottle I've emptied. This is the vitamin C, ginger root, and lactic acid. I loved this. I need another bottle. I'm really sad they don't have the refills for this one, because I have 2 bottles of this that I buy the refill for, and I fill them both up. So the shower one and then the one that I usually keep by my sink, but I'm not because I'm empty. And I don't like to buy another one until I finish both of them, because that feels like the sensible move, right? But this is so good, and it like helps with so much of my texture that I've noticed is coming back since I'm not using as many actives. I digress. Okay, so next step, I'm going to use my Luna Sleeping Night Oil by Sunday Riley. What else have I used by Youth to the People? Quite a bit. I've used, I think it was a mask. I don't know. I mean, that's quite a bit, but I'm only one person, and once I like discover a product that I really like, I really stick by it. And that's like my problem right now with moisturizer, is I've not really found one that I just love, love, love. So I keep cycling through. Actually, I take that back. It was a peach and lily one. I can't remember what it was, but it was blue and it was delightful. And then the Tatcha Dewy Skin Cream, also delightful. And then I'm going to top that off. What's up, George? With some sweet almond oil. And I bet you're like, oh my gosh, you use a lot of like just plain oil. Yeah, I do. It's less expensive and it works better on my skin, obviously. But that goes, like, I would say if I were to pick, let me shut this so you're not just staring at my shower. Gross. Like, sweet almond oil is definitely my most like returned to oil as far as skin. And then what I'll do is I still have some on my hands, right? It's still glistening. I'm gonna take the Olaplex No. 7 bonding oil, get a few drops of that, not a lot because I do have super fine hair, work it together, and then first run it through the mids and the ends, and then I'm gonna, with what's left and what hasn't been absorbed, just pull it through the back. And then this is like, let me move you down. This is my brush. This is my favorite brush. And let me tell you the story about this brush. I am like kind of particular about hairbrushes, and I've been using a boar bristle brush for a long time, but then I can't brush my hair when it's wet. I mean, I can comb it obviously, but I had just the shower comb and then the boar bristle brush, and that was getting to be kind of like a nuisance because I wasn't able to brush my hair in the like manner at which I would like to. And then I was using my husband's brush because he has just like a regular little brush, but then I had gone to my sister-in-law's house and she didn't have this one. She had like a Conair one that was similar, or maybe it was this one, just a different color. And I was like, ooh, that was the best brush ever. Thank you for letting me use that. And then like my next trip to Walmart, I was like, I'm gonna go just peruse through the body oil, like care aisle, and I got like some bath stuff, like bath bombs, etc. And I walked by and there was a limited edition wet brush end cap, and it was like pastel blue, pastel purple, and I couldn't see the third one, and it was the pastel pink, and I was like, yes, thank you. Ah, delightful. Okay, I'm actually gonna dry my hair before I put on lip balm because I don't want my hair to stick into my lip balm. And yeah, so I'm gonna speed through the drying of the hair process, and the only reason I'm really gonna show it is because I've never showed it before. So here we go. My hair dryer is a Babyliss Pro. I actually bought it through my hairdresser, and I run it on hot. And I use this one first because it's vented, right? And then I go in after the fact to like shape and smooth with this Conair blow dry brush, also baby pink. Can you tell I have a favorite color? Yeah, I love being consistent. It's been my favorite color for like a very long time. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm like pulling at angles while I'm drying to set that volume in, because my first priority with my hair is volume, and then my second priority is smoothness, because I can achieve one without the other, but I can't achieve one if I've done the other first. And now that I've gotten to like the back portion, I'm just gonna flip it upside down and then dry it that way. Okay, now, while I've got this blonde grudge thing going on, I'm going in with my, once was 100% wave spray, but it got down to about here, and I filled it with water because it was kind of strong. So I'm going to spray this all over, just to give it something to grab to. Comb it through with that wet brush. Get a true blonde grudge. And then I'm going to finish with my round brush, and hopefully you'll be able to see what I'm. I'm gonna blast it with Completely Cool on low. And now our hair is dry and gorgeous and voluminous. Let me show you the back. Felt like I was mullet shaking for a minute. Okay. And then final steps are going to be Vanilla Skin by Fleur. The perfume I used was and I put this on right before I got dressed. This is the Ellis Brooklyn Apple Love. This is my favorite. I love to smell like a delightful apple pie, and this combo really gives that. And then my deodorant is the Kosas Sport. It's beachy clean, and it also has vanilla in it, so it kind of adds to that. And then final step of the self-care routine is going to be our Summer Fridays lip balm in Birthday Cake. And just thank you so much for watching. I hope you have enjoyed this. Essentially a get on ready with me, even though I wasn't doing makeup. But I hope you'll like, comment, and subscribe, and tune in next time. Thank you so much for watching. Peace out.